Everyone, it's Chicken. Welcome you to another Pokemon Masters video. This is a sync grid guide for Groudon from sync move levels 1 through 3 and above. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you the best sync grid routes for Groudon, starting with sync move level 1. So let's get right to it. Okay, so let's say you were lucky to pull Maxie and Groudon on that day when the banner drops. So I'm using sync grid helper here, right? And this is going to be tons of help when going over and going through the best sync grid possible for a sync move level 1, and then we'll do 2 and 3. Alright, so sync move level 1, really simply, you're going to unlock every single tile. Basically, that will get you a full 750 sync orbs. So you can just really connect all the tiles here, okay? And that will get you to 750 orbs spent. So I'm going to scroll up just a bit and show you 750 sync orbs. There we go. So notably speaking, we unlocked, a couple of those precipice blades plus 4 on the top. Okay, so and we also unlock the accuracy, which is right here, right? So the accuracy plus 10. All right, that's going to be quite helpful with attacking with precipice blades. We also unlocked dire hit plus MPR2, some solar beams increases. So we had 4 tiles of that, right? So hopefully that gives you an idea of what we unlocked for this sync move level 1, right? Straightforward, nothing too fancy there. And now going into sync move level 2. All right, so sync move level 2. Let's say you were really lucky. You were able to pull another copy of Groudon the day of the when the banner drops, right? So let's reset the grid here. This is going to be the best, uh, in my opinion, and maybe you guys have a preference to the best sync move level 2 out of 5 for your Groudon, okay? So the sync move level 2 out of 5 are shown. So we're going to go around the tiles here. Okay, so the center tile is Groudon's face, and we go around the tiles for those stat buffs, okay? Now we're going to start off with the top right. So, leaving the top left, we're not going to touch anything because there are really good tiles in Sync Move level 2, which is quite nice. If anything, Sync Move level 2 would be like the to go to, if anything, especially if you don't want to pull another copy of Groudon. But Sync Move level 2 is quite nice, and you'll see why. We're going to unlock Defense plus 5, right? This is for full 750 Sync Orbs, right? Max grid. Defense plus 5, HP plus 10. Then we're going to unlock Precipice Blade's accuracy plus 10. Then Precipice Blade plus 2. And we're going to get this move gauge refresh. Okay, so the move gauge refresh here, as shown, let me see if we could get it, has a moderate good chance of charging the user's move gauge by 1 when a move is successful. Okay, so that's what that does. All right. So once again, it has a moderate good chance of charging the user's move gauge by 1 when a move is successful. So that's going to be quite helpful since Precipice Blade does cost 4 move gauge bars, right? So definitely something to unlock. Now, going to the bottom right, we're going to hit that Solar Beam plus 3 tile. Then we're going to unlock for a mixed grid because, Groudon is a mix physical and special attacker. We're going to take advantage of that Solar Beam. Okay, so Solar Beam move gauge refresh 3, which has a moderately good chance of charging the user's move gauge by 1 when a move is successful. Then we're also going to unlock Solar Beam critical strike 1, powers up attacks if they become critical hits. So with a critical hit, it's an additional critical strike 1. So that definitely is going to be helpful when using Solar Beam, which is a 2 move gauge bar. All right. Now, the orb spent is 486. So the last tile we're going to go downward for, right? So because we can't do the sync move tiles, is HP plus 10, Solar Beam plus 3, and Dire Hit Critical Strike 1. Dire Hit Critical Strike 1 raises the user's critical hit rate when a move is successful. Okay, so that's going to be added. And last but not least, One with the Sun. Okay, so One with the Sun states it prevents the user from flinching becoming confused, or becoming trapped when the weather is sunny. Okay, so that's going to be a total of 750 sync orbs. Okay, so you can see that from the top right of the sync grid helper, 750 sync orbs have been spent. So that's going to be what it looks like for your grid. Let me know, you guys, what you think about the sync move level 2, especially when in the future you pull another copy. Okay, and I could have gotten Healing Sun 1, but there are so many other good things about this mix striker here. So I really think that the Solar Beam Move Gauge Refresh 3 and the Precipice Blades Move Gauge Refresh 3 are going to be quite useful. Now, resetting the grid, here are a couple of sync move level 3 out of 5s, right? Let's say you're really lucky, or you've just ended up pulling scouting to that 400. Some of you guys do that, right? And you want that sync move level 3 out of 5, and you were lucky to pull Groudons, okay? So we're going to once again start with the tiles around Groudon that in the center that does not cost any energy. Just going up top, we're gonna get that Precipice Blade Move Gauge refresh, but we're gonna mix it with some sync moves. Okay, so sync move level 3 and above unlocks the rest of the grid. Okay, so starting off, this is just something to note. I'm going to go once again to get that Precipice Blade Accuracy plus 10 and Precipice Blade Move Gauge Refresh 3 on the top right. But then something different. I won't be going for the Solar Beam, although it's quite nice. This is just focusing on Precipice Blades and that you do have a good team to increase the move gauge, right? And just again, the not only that, the move gauge is increasing as it's sunny, so it quickly charges move gauge while it's sunny for Groudon. All right, so what I suggest for everyone's Groudon when they have a sync move level 3 to 5 are as follows. It's not the Dire Hit Plus, although that's really useful. Dire Hit Plus CE1. So what does that do? It says here it raises the user's critical hit rate when a move is successful. So that will be included for critical I1. We're going to get that extra critical hit rate. Now, this is Solar Flare 5, which powers up sync moves when the weather's sunny. One with the sun is another option you can go for, but I'd rather go with Solar Sync. This is for Groudon, especially because it says here it makes the weather sunny when the user's sync move is used for the first time. Okay, so that you do want to include because it's not like Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh does have that solar sync, but Groudon does not. If you take a look at the passive skills, the natural passive skills given already for sync move level 1, Groudon does not have the solar sync. So you want to be able to have that solar sync for Groudon. And I just want to say this in advance. The same goes for Kyogre, right? For those of you who are still watching this and happen to, you know, wonder if Kyogre should get it too. Yes, Kyogre should get a similar one for it to rain after using the sync move. So that is 738 right orbs spent. Okay, so you can see that on the top right, 738 orbs spent, energy 1, and this is what one route looks like for Groudon. You can mix it up a little bit here. Notably speaking, you can go one route where it's not Precipice Blades, right? So it's not Precipice Blades. We can go for Solar Beam. So we can go something like this. Okay, so here we go. We can go towards the bottom right here where we have the Solar Beam and the Solar Beam Move Gauge Refresh 3, right? And on top of that, the Solar Beam Mind Games 9, which lowers the target special defense when an attack move is successful. Other examples can be the fact that you can include the Solar Beam Charging Sun 5, powers up moves when the weather's sunny, which I definitely do recommend as well. We won't hit that critical strike 1, but until that day comes, that might be useful. But right now, the Solar Beam Charging Sun 5 or the Solar Beam Mind Games 9 should be good for another type of a grid for Groudon. All right, so that those are very important. The bottom left is very, very important to include, right? In terms of the sync move level 3 for Groudon. All right, trainers. Well, that's gonna be it. Let me know what other grid tiles you think is very important. When it comes to Groudon and Maxie. All right, so uh, let me know what you guys think about the sync moves level 2, level 3. Right, one is we don't really talk about, and the other tiles that might be quite useful and in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about that. All right, everyone. That's going to be it for this. Stay tuned for Kyogre Sync Grid. See you.